Hey everyone, and welcome back to our character bios. Today we are here with Kylar, who's playing Shadryss Odin. So when we start out, why don't you tell us what specialty and what chapter you hail from?
Well, I'm a Devastator, and I hail from the Storm Wardens.
Okay. So what does a Devastator do exactly? For people who might not know.
Basically, the Devastator is the dude that stands in the back, has his heavy weapons, and fires and hordes and like the toughest enemies, and basically just destroys everything.
Okay. So that's kind of like what you bring to the party. You're the heavy weapons guy. Lots of damage.
Yeah, I do lots of damage. That's right.
Very cool. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your character before he joined Deathwatch? What was his personal background, or what is his personal background?
Well, he didn't do much. He trained, of course, with the Storm Wardens, and well, he was sent to a base and defended it from these worm-like creatures, was it? And because he was so efficient in defending and basically securing the vigil, as he was promoted to Deathwatch, and then he trained with Mal's character, and has now his first mission.
Yeah, because pretty much you and Mal came in together, and Diz and Sar had already been established, so you and Mal are kind of like the new dudes on the block, the new boys.
Don't have much history other than that.
Okay. So what does your character hope to get out of joining the Deathwatch? Is he going to remain around after his service is up, or will he go back to his chapter and share knowledge of, fighting the Xenos threat with them?
Well, the Stormwardens are always out for glory, and he too is on that mindset. He is a typical Stormwarden that wants his glory. He wants to beat the toughest enemy out there, and so he will remain with Deathwatch, and he wants to basically search for his arch enemy, the one who can finally bring him down. And yeah, he really thinks that he's the best. He has no match, and he wants to find what matches his might and brings him down.
Okay, very cool. So my next question is what do you think about the other players in the game? Let's go one by one. So of course these are all first impressions really, and it's all subject to change. But what's your first impression of let's start with Saro's character. What's your first impression with the Dark Angel Librarian in the party?
Sorry. Well, Soro hasn't said much up to now. He occasionally speaks, but he remains silent. He's more secretive, and since he's a Dark Angel, of course, he kind of stays in character, and I like that. But in the metagame stuff, he'll get to know that he has a really deep knowledge, so it's kind of cool. He knows what he's doing, so I can kind of learn from him, since I'm kind of new to the Warhammer stuff.
Right. So so basically he doesn't say much, but you feel like you can depend on him, I guess, if the time arises.
Well, he doesn't say much in character, let's say it like that. In metagame, he always talks about falling damage, and discusses with Mal or you, and
Well, let's.
That's kind of interesting.
We'll talk about falling damage later. Okay, so that's cool. What do you think about Malcaspia's character, Cassilis? How does Shadryss, view his character?
Throughout the mission, he's the most, he does the most talking, and he does his job as the leader of our group pretty well. He really got into his Tech Marine character, I think. He did it better the first time. The time we recorded, he wasn't too much into it, but And yeah, Shadryss follows him. He thinks he he's dependable, and yeah, kind of interesting playing with Mal.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it always takes time for people to discover their character and kind of get into their stuff. So, you know, that's kind of what intro missions and stuff like this are for, and especially with Deathwatch, you know, most of the story is told through combat, and unless you're having a lot of intense combat going on, which we really haven't had yet, it can be hard to discover your character and figure out how exactly you want to roleplay him. So, I think everyone's still kind of working on that.
Well, if Mal like sees anything related to tech, he immediately jumps on it and wants to hack it or something. I find it funny at times. Like he finds an elevator and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna hack that and see if I can get into mainframe." I think, "Oh God, Mal, you're doing that? Whatever. As long as we get on, I want to fight stuff." But oh well, you know. It's kind of the tech marine in him, I guess.
It's the tech marine in him. Always wanting to hack stuff. He'd rather talk to machine spirits than talk to other people.
And I rather fight people than talk to them, but that's fine.
Yep. So, what do you think of Diz's character so far, Marcus? He kind of came in later in that first mission.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
Well, I was kind of agitated that my that my silly weapon jammed on me 2 times, and I couldn't really shoot much. And yeah, so you know, he kind of came at a bad time, I guess. And he didn't really do much, but he had his hilarious line, where do you store your gene seeds? So that's all I remember. But basically, he's like the jester of the group, I think. You can always have a laugh.
He has all the.
I know, it's kind of mean, but no. He definitely has.
So he might be your leader.
I don't know. He might.
Oh well. Well, cool. Is there any additional things you want to add about your character before we wrap this up, or is there anything like any questions that I didn't ask that you would like to, you know, answer or anything like that? I guess anything like, you know, extra you want to add?
Not really. I guess everything's been said. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. So cool. Thanks for your time, and thanks for joining us in our third character bio. I will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, no problem. See ya.